Hi there. A couple streams back when I was still playing Dragon Quest Monsters, for a moment I began talking about Octopath Traveler and how there is a new one coming out in the near future. Speaking of that, really made me want to play Octopath Traveler, but I had a problem where I also want to play the next Digimon game once that comes out, which is gonna be soon. And starting a long game like Octopath Traveler, either the first or second one now, would mean I would miss the release of Digimon Time Stranger by quite a significant margin. But there was one game I thought could scratch that Octopath Traveler itch without taking that long. This one is significantly shorter. And it's a pretty special game. It's a case similar to Trials of Mana, where this game originally only came out in Japan. Only the remake gets to be officially localized. I have played this game in the past, but just the original Super Nintendo version, not the remake. From what I've seen, it's pretty one-to-one. I'm sure there's gonna be one similar to another, but it largely will be something I have experienced before. But I think the completely updated look of this remake will still make it well worth it. It's the HD 2D art style which started with Octopath Traveler. In fact, I think Live Alive was the very first retro game remake which adopted this graphic style, way before Dragon Quest 3 did it. Also, I believe this was the first, or at least one of the first games that the composer of Kingdom Hearts worked on, and she came back to redo the soundtrack for this remake. Live Alive is separated in several chapters, which each take place in a different time period. This is a bit of a unique old RPG where it actually takes place in extensively the real world, not a fantasy one. Every chapter changes things up a lot on how the gameplay works. Already, this game looks great. You can play the chapters in any order you want, but I always play them in chronological order. I also think the curve of difficulty and the stuff that's introduced works well if you play in chronological order. By the way, this chapter has no dialogue because language hasn't been invented yet. I am still puzzled by those minecart-like cars. Maybe they do work like a Flintstones car, but that sounded like engine noises. And one thing this game is going to have over Octopath Traveler and many present and future RPGs that use HD 2D as an art style is Live Alive really diverges from the typical medieval fantasy aesthetic that most old RPGs had. You see environments you won't find in any other game of the sort realized in this art style. A minimap, that's something the original did not have, since it worked just like the one in Octopath Traveler. Another thing you didn't have in the Super Nintendo, you can actually exit the chapter and come back to it without having to start over. I still see little reason why you'd wanna switch in between chapters, they are pretty short. Also, this menu looks great. There was one thing I wanted to see. I believe that these RPG stats in the remake are different from the ones in the original. Might just be localization. But I recall that in the original some stats were kinda difficult to tell what they did. Like there was one, I remember one named Vitality. That's not here. But this one looks much more straightforward. I just don't get why there's a general attack and defense stat, but then two specific stats for each one. Maybe the topmost attack and defense apply to both your physical and special ones. doesn't seem to be a run button, just run by default. Willpower I would usually think has to do with magic, like wisdom. Unless there is already a wisdom or intelligence stat, then I also lost. Also, I just got a party member. Gross. I can't talk to this one. You're supposed to go out there and start hunting, I imagine, but I wanted to check if I can find something else in here. It's just repeating. Pogo has an extraordinary sense of smell that allows him to hunt game and find other things of interest. You sniff to make those clouds show up and you already found a battle. Yeah, it seems to work just like in the Super Nintendo, just as some more UI elements. So the way this works is it might seem like it's like an old RPG where just by walking around you eventually get a random battle. But if this works just like the original, you actually have enemies walking around like physically. They're just invisible. But when you use the sniff, every cloud of scent appears just where an enemy currently is. And you deduce where they are from this. Like so. So I like those move descriptions. Claw 1 with bad with end. Hurt many bad with surprise bull. Oh, this sounds like question mark. That should be enough. I noticed that too. I mean, language doesn't exist, so you just do like Pokemon and name people after the noises they make. Oh, we can already do crafting. Bone is bone, rock is big and hurt when throw, stick is stick, of course. Just join two of them and see what to get. Left. Hi there, Kiv. Is he asking what I prefer? Oh, he's asking if I want to do it again or stop. Yeah, that's how we had to craft with. I haven't seen you in a long time this chat, but I see you did get one of the gift subs from back then. Strong axe, stick and rock make axe for chop. Stick is stick. The stick and hard make spear for stabbing. Spear makes you faster, which I guess gives you more turns to move in the battlefield before your turn passes. I actually haven't showed off the battle system properly yet, but you'll see that later. For now, I think the axe is better because it's just more raw attack power. Gori cannot equip weapons. Makes sense. And didn't check what's in the rooms next to ours. Actually, not that everybody's sleeping. Maybe we can get to that room that Chief wouldn't let us in before. Oh, he's still awake. Never mind. Belt probably makes equipment. Yeah. Belt with rock should make armor. A mass of Chester. I know there is some items that you can fuse further into others, so maybe the Chester is one of those. No, it's not. This one's sleepwalking. No, I should be able to sneak into that place, right? He's not here. Yes, I can. A leather strap, that's one of the more advanced crafting materials. Nothing. Hey, you can actually pick this one up. She's gonna want the one meaty bone that's left. We can actually hear her stomach grumbling. I guess we have to leave again. Going back in. The loading screen just goes by way too fast to read all those loading tips. God is dead, but we get a new, better party member in his place. Oh, he might. Never mind, he's alive. And you are Beru. who, unlike those two, actually has a very high special attack stat. She also cannot equip the other weapons we have. She cannot equip the Chester. Makes sense. Also interesting that she has a seashell on her head when I don't think we are anywhere near the ocean. So she might have been kidnapped from very far away. Also, she's just back where he was before. Yeah, this just repeats the sequence. It's just gonna be the same outcome. I have to do something else. It doesn't let me go through him. I can't interact with them. I can go somewhere else. Oh, the game's telling me to go to this room again. Oh, I see. We're gonna go Grassman. I'm sure nobody will find weird that to have a big pile of straw following us around. And we just invented the couple's bed. Are you on the straw pile? Night Cerberus, hi there. And that's right, this is a remake of a Japan-only Super Nintendo RPG. I imagine we are hunting meat again today, but it's not for the chief this time. Wake up, Gori. I was sure he was gonna punch him again. Do I choose the one that has more cavemen on it? Hardcore Lamp, thanks for your redemption. I take a moment to hydrate. Hi there. So give me a second. Hi there, and I needed that my throat was beginning to feel dry. Although I wasn't paying attention, I'm actually not sure if I did what I was supposed to in that sequence. This is actually completely different from what happens in the Super Nintendo. What happens if I speak to you again? I'm sure there was more of them on the left. Wait, that was the wrong choice? So what I'm sure used to happen in the original was... Oh, it was not the one that had the most cavemen. It wasn't the amount he showed there. I think I get it now. Oh, a beast storm. So what I'm almost sure used to happen in the original version of this game is you would speak to this caveman and a lot of them would come in and flood the room and start running around. And we had to interact with each caveman in the order they came in or something like that. And if you did it right, you would get all those rewards. Maybe they thought it was way too difficult. So I don't think I showed this off yet, but you can walk around the battlefield. It's like every battle is a very condensed tactics game. And the yellow gauge everybody has below them shows when somebody can act. If you move around too much and the enemy's gauge gets full, they can act before you do. The interesting thing about this chapter is that almost every animal has a male and female variant. I believe stags are males and those are females in this localization. I think we can go back already. We did get more meat. That's the wrong button. We can make more stuff with all these materials we got, but I'm actually going to look up a guide now because there is one equipment we can make that lets you say a little secret in this part of the story, but I don't remember all of the recipes by heart. I should have opened that before the stream started, but I forgot. Okay, found it. It's a belt plus a leather strap. It's a good thing I looked those up because you only have one of each of those materials. If I had used them for something else, we'd miss out on this. I mean, I hope this guide was correct. Wild Heart Rest, that's right. This is a very strong armor that only Bell can wear whenever you get her back in the party. Now I'm just gonna experiment. Dried skins should make a better armor for Pogo. And I imagine the Beast Fang will make a weapon. Oh, the knife is actually another material. Prickly songs by the icon, I don't think that's an equipment. Actually might just have made them worse by turning into a consumable. Oh, you can skip this. Alright. Have I tried bone with hard rock? Another soul knife. A quick spear. None of what I made is actually better than the strong axe. Unless I want more speed, which I don't think I'll need now. If I find myself in a situation where I have to act more in a battle instead of just dealing more damage, which I might at some point, this will probably be a better weapon. Oh right, you used the knife to sharpen the stick. That's why the knife is a material. And Gory still cannot equip anything. Also, I've been neglecting to save. I don't know if this game does that on its own. You want to mate, right? I don't know if she reacts to any ordinary item. What type is after to give her a spear? Okay, so here's the secret I was talking about. If I had another meat item, gave it to her again, what happened if I would just repeat? Oops. But something else happens if give her the wild dress we just made. What do you think might happen? Here, I've made you some new clothes. We just invented something else. As a result of that, you actually lose the dress, and I don't actually know if Belle will have it to equip it when she rejoins our party, or if I just lost that for the sake of that secret. I'll just continue, and if she doesn't have the dress, we can just try to make another one. Fun fact, believe it or not, that sequence was actually censored. What would happen in the Super Nintendo was, if you gave her the dress, was she would briefly jump out of the straw pile without any clothes on and striking a pose. But since it was a tiny sprite, you couldn't see any detail anyway. So they changed that to remove the nudity, but just replace it with something even that seems even more explicit, because you hide it behind the bush. There's the Flintstones. I hadn't noticed how, because the tribe chief's bird is so big, you can't even see his legs. It's like he's just a fluff ball with a face. If he was born in the current day, he would have been an influencer, I'm sure. But how am I supposed to go outside now? Oh no, it's the orange marker that shows where you have to go. I guess we can go outside in case we need to grind for whatever is coming next. Yeah, this game came today. People make an iota to shift the time periods around while keeping the main plot the same. Yeah, it kind of came out today, as in not so long ago. Most people in the West had never heard of this, of the original in the Super Nintendo. I've seen people make randomizers for the original one where it shuffles what characters use in each chapter. So you get party members way off their actual time periods, which sounds pretty fun. We actually have a new ability, which is an area of effect. It says turn back on many bed and hurt with big boot. And it's actually pretty strong. Now our first time actually using Bell, what can she do? It's pretty weak, but it's also pretty good, so I think it works. I delayed on approaching, so he would attack Gore instead of Bell, who's much more fragile. Let's kick this one. Gore is knocked out, and that's a good time to talk about how death works in this game. If you reach 0 HP, you end up like how Gore is right now, knocked out. If he takes one more hit from any source, he disappears for the rest of the fight. But while he's like this, you can resurrect him if you use any healing item on him. Oh, look at Bell's victory animation. Saki. Gori also has a new skill. Oh, it creates a poison field. He'll take more damage as long as he stands on top of one of those. Heal HP of Sorry, heal HP, all friend with whoa, big cheer. But I have to be closer to them. Alright, have I pointed out that the green thing on his groin is his pet lizard? And he fires it out in some of his attacks. Now that I think about it, the lumberjack enemy from Fear and Hunger 2 might have been inspired by this. That animation is probably censored this remake, but he had an attack where he shoots the lizard at you, and while the lizard is out, his crotch is pixelated. Yeah, it is censored in this one. She just shoots this weird green energy from his groin. Oh, there, when he's about to die, you can see more clear that it is a lizard. Control regained. It seems Pogo's tribe really does not like women, I guess, and we have been kicked out for it. And we can't go back, because I imagine we haven't invented jumping yet. The camera seems pulled further back than before this. Should be a very big field, with lots of enemies. More dangerous enemies also. Let's bring him back. Also, I believe we are going to spend quite some time in this field because something I want to do now, and I don't think we can do this later just because of what will happen in the story, is I would like to get Belle all the way up to level 7 because her fourth and the last ability unlocks in that level. Also, you would have to level up a lot anyway because of another thing. This is one of 2 chapters which has a super boss. And you really have to go out of your way to find them. And I do wanna at least try to beat him, so getting lots of levels will be helpful for that. Alright, it's because this game is split into several chapters. Every chapter is a time period, and every chapter has its own entirely unique cast, so Live Alive is more like several mini RPGs in one long adventure. I think if you play normally, you can beat this chapter in less than 3 hours, not even rushing it. Oh, if you want, go try to the kick skill, can push enemies on time away. But it also means that if you don't do the super boss now, you have to... I don't know if saves work different in the remake, but the original you would have to start the chapter all over again if you beat it first without doing the super boss. I thought that would one-shot Bell. Not again. This one fight is started in the boss fight you just had. And Bell is actually out, but at least like this you can check whether knocked out party members get experience. I didn't mean to use that again. Right, this is really going south, so here's one more thing you can do in this game. You can actually always run away from a fight as long as it's not a boss. You don't really have a chance to fail to escape. Also, there is an exclamation mark down there. Oh, it's just marked where a monster is. If Bell can level up once per fight, it's not gonna take that long. In the meantime, I'll try to find more of those hidden items. If I just happen to run into an enemy, we do the battle. Based on probably gonna need that. We're seeing quite a big variety of enemies to be in a single area. There's actually more here than you'd find in the average echelon back in Dragon Quest monsters. Yeah, I don't know of a single other RPG that has a prehistoric setting. And if it has one, it's usually like time traveler people that to play as, not actual cavemen. Oh, a pretty flower. And Bell actually does have the rest, that's good to know. Which gives her a lot of defense. I wasn't thinking the possibility I would miss. Actually, I should have mentioned that the director of this game went on to work in Chrono Trigger later. I actually think he might have been the director of both. Or at least he had a high position in that game as well. Actually, I could look that up right now if you give me a second. Also, Bell has just 2 levels to go. Oh, right, the director of Live Alive, that's Mr. Takashi Tokita, also was the director for Chrono Trigger. Oh, there's a caveman there. Yeah, boy, good's a hider. But speaking of Chrono Trigger, isn't it weird that that game didn't get any remake like this? Just a PC port, which I've seen a lot of people complain about. So this guy can actually craft weapons for you, since we can't go back to the tribe to do that. And if I can quickly pull up the guide again, so I don't really use up a lot more time with this. The best armor for Pogo is made with a stone knife and dried skins, which you don't have either of. I don't know if whether dried skin is something you'll make or if you'll drop it from a monster. There is an accessory you can make with a stone knife and a hard rock, which I also don't have anymore now. But you can make something with a stone knife and a leather strap. The thing with this item is Belle can actually use it. So she can actually deal damage, you know? That's good enough for now. I bet you'll come back later. I wonder if there's any animal we haven't seen yet here. Yeah, there you have. Oh, a female elephant is called an elephant cow. Never heard that term being used before to describe an elephant. By the way, you should have noticed it by now, but this game doesn't have MP or any kind of resource you have to spend to use your skills. Some of the more powerful ones require you to charge for a bit to use them, but I don't think we have any of those as of yet. And this means that the Belle can spend her healing skill every turn. As long as she's in a protected position, we are pretty much invincible. Haven't used this one before. And it causes paralysis. I wonder if Cory learns any new skills or if this is all for him. Oh, never mind. We did learn Bell's final skill. I was sure to had to be level 7. So just one more fight to show it off and then we can proceed. I thought this would take longer. Pogo has learned to bite one bad and heal HP. The most brutal you can get with a health drain skill, just actually eat a chunk of your enemy. Hurt many bad with good sing. Let's try this one out. Oh, here's an example of a charging skill. Bell cannot immediately use that. And all of a sudden, she is the strongest damage dealer in our party, as well as the best healer. So this is actually also the map where the super boss appear, but I don't remember when you trigger it. I believe you have to go pretty much as far as you can go with the chapter without finishing the story, and then come all the way back here. Which actually isn't that much, because again, the chapters are pretty short. We might actually be able to try the super boss still today. Just see if one of those is an item. Nope. I like how Pogo pretty much doesn't acknowledge his friend's existence anymore, ever since he met the girl. Nice. Oh, this field looks so pretty in the remake. Let's check if Cory is still alive first. He might not be. It's in again, but we are alone this time, so no healing. Unless I cannibalize him, we could do that. Oh, he does fall asleep. Naturally, you cook him with fire before you eat him. Oh, I know what we could throw against that rock. You go do that. Oh, this became a cutscene now. I believe in the original you actually had to walk into the trap and Bell tried to stop you, but you didn't have any choice. I was hoping the floor if you would reflect on the pause screen. I can barely see where I'm going here. And something smells of death. Let's walk into it. If you're a caveman and do come across those deep underground, you may think you've gone to hell or something. They are weak to fire. I wanted to save up on those because of the boss you're gonna try later. But I think I really need an air of effect heal right now. I really do need to use the charge up fire skill. The rest doesn't do enough damage. Oh, there's a dried skin. That was one of 2 items I needed. Oh, here I was expecting more crocodiles. Let's invent the game of whack-a-mole. We are back, and I actually wanted to check what is the condition for the super boss up here. Just make sure I don't waste too much time with it. I don't think it's just now. I think I have to progress further and then come all the way back here. A mole face spade. Do you mean like a shovel? There's a guide here saying that you can already fighting at this point. Which is earlier than I thought. But it also says your level should be at 16 to face enough, which we are way too far from, and we are not gonna grind all the way up to that. Another guy that says level 12, which is more reasonable. So for now, I think I'll just proceed with this story as normal.
Ooh.
You really miss having Bell sing hurt ability as well, because that was the only powerful out of effect we had. Even the vulnerable skills still doesn't deal that much damage. And I thought leveling Bell up to learn that skill would make us overpowered for this section. A terrorbird hen and a terrorbird cock. I was about to say ostriches. Big shout learned. Not too bad for something that affects the entire field. I expect that to be weaker. But I feel God is really falling behind in power. Missing seems to happen often enough in this game that you always have to worry about it ruining your strategy. And again. He's gonna die, but that's okay. I can kill down the next turn as well. If the normal encounters are giving me this much trouble, I think I'm really not ready for the super boss. There's another item somewhere around here. Oh, I was right on top of it. I didn't realize chest spawn could do that much damage. We're almost at the end, and I guess here's where big shot comes out. We didn't even touch those animals, just yelled at them till they went away. And here's just what I needed. I just remember what Pogo current was. A Max, Connects, Chester, and Rough Plants. Let me pull up the kite again. I need a dried skin and a stone knife. And that's probably the best armor in this chapter. We need one more stone knife. Oops. And by joining that with a hard rock, which we once again don't have any. Yeah, we use one hard rock to make a knife, but we need one more to make another item. After that, I'm not sure there's anything better to do. There's some more interesting stuff to make, but I would need more hard rocks. On second thought, the quick spear seems better than the axe. It's a little less attack in exchange for more defense. I mean more speed. Oh, there's something Gori can equip. So it's the other path. Hey, Gori, what's up? He's not with me anymore. This one is dead. So is this one. That looks like a lot, but I'm sure you can just scream at them to go away. That's right. This is the same thing. That's what I still needed. I'm actually puzzled as to why they would kidnap those female gorillas for. Might be for food. And now that I actually got a hard rock, I wanted to go back and make the one item that I couldn't before. So just a quick diversion. Might have been that because they're out of human women to sacrifice, which they do for some reason. They're going for female primates. Maybe that also works. It was stone knife and hard rock, right? Yes, it was. So the guide says that this accessory gives you a healing ability at the cost of less speed, so let's see if that's worth it. she's not far away. I like to imagine Pogo just running across the cave and screaming at everybody instead of actually fighting. And I think we are almost at 10, so I'm going to save often. Actually, here's the idea I had, because I don't think I'm good enough for the super boss yet. I'm making another save, so we could just finish this chapter normally, and later I can level up off stream and go back to this save just to show off the super boss. You're not really supposed to fight in your first playthrough anyway. At least I don't think so. Just finding out about it without a guide is hard enough. God is still there. My party has gotten a lot bigger all of a sudden. Good, we can pass thanks to whatever's going on here. Is there gonna be another trap? I like how the cutscene actually reflects how powerful Pogo is now compared to the other cavemen. That doesn't usually happen. I think this guy is getting tiring at this point. Actually, thanks to having Big Shout now, we can actually be completely out of the range of any of his moves and still damage him. This is actually a position that works well against a lot of enemies in this game. If you are like an L shape away from them, like the Knight's chess piece, a lot of enemies don't have any answer to that. Oh, that's a fight. We've invented gravity. Hold on. Here's a final boss. This is what they wanted to sacrifice Bell to. I don't imagine can put him to sleep, but I'm gonna try. And hey, Zaki is in the party now. He did, but he is not very strong. You know how the boss always gets weak when he joins your party. He was already weak as a boss. I thought singing would heal Bogo's paralysis, but that didn't happen. I think you can use a knighting to get rid of it. Nice. Is Saki gonna finish off the final boss? Wow, good for him. All these voice actors, imagine getting hired just to grunt and yell at the microphone. Oh, I realize now that this might be the dinosaur's meat, judging by its size. You don't get to sleep in that room anymore. Pretty good ending, and as I said, the chapters are pretty short. So we have this other save for the super boss, and I'm thinking of leaving it to do after I clear the main game on stream, so like it's the last thing I do. Also, a lot happened in those few minutes. You might wanna check the VOD later. So I might think I'm going to miss some item drops and stuff by not doing the super boss on my main save, but I don't feel that's that big of a loss to miss out on, because you get really strong by beating the super boss. Both from what they drop and how much you have to grind to beat them. That makes you over leveled and means you, how do you say it, steamroll past everything that comes after, which I think might take a bit of the fun out. Also, just for the sake of keeping the progress at a steady pace instead of lingering too much to make an optional boss. But you'll get to this eventually. There's one that says complete and one that says in progress. What happens if I load the game? Do I choose one of the two saves? Or do I go back to my last save? Oh, you come back to the very end of the chapter. That's convenient. Okay, so it's much easier to manage doing the super boss without having to linger too much in a single chapter. Anyway, the next one is Imperial China, and I will begin this now after I take a short break, so see you in a minute. Also, that's a chance for you to actually listen to more of this chapter select sound, which is pretty good. Hi there.
Hi. 楽に流される世の風潮。
Hey, language. Words.
それによって
Almost feels weird to have actual dialogue now.
憲法の流派があった。その憲法の名は
Earth and Heart Shifu. Do I want to proceed with this name? This is actually a good question. Because now that we have, we're gonna actually have dialogue, there's one thing I think I should point out. And there, at the time this game came out, there was some controversy over this, just not a lot because the game just wasn't this popular to begin with. But this game, the localization for this game took quite a lot of liberties with the original dialogue. If you check out comparisons from the script of this release to the one of the fan translation to the original game for the Super Nintendo, there's more than a few differences. And from now on, you should be aware that you will see some lines of dialogue that were something completely different in the original release. It actually begins with this character's name. The fan translation had opted to keep the actual Chinese name for this martial art that the localization calls Earth and Heart, which I thought was a lot nicer to see. And I was actually pondering renaming this to the Chinese name instead of keeping Earth and Heart Shifu, which just doesn't sound good to me, even taking aside the localization issue. Know what? I'm gonna do it. I just want to double check what it sounded like in Chinese. I'm not gonna pronounce it right, but I'm sure it was meant to be Shin Shang Quan. Whoops. Oh, you cannot remove the Shifu from the name. I wonder if Shin Shang Quan is gonna fit. Okay. Actually, it sounds Chinese now, which I feel it really should.
「山のごとく動じぬ精神」「水のごとくたおやかなる心を常とする」だが清流も場合によっては岩をも砕く激流となる。肉体より 精神に重きを置き、人としての強さを追求する憲法。それがこの憲法であった。やはりダメか。もはや一刻の猶予もならん。この体が言うことを聞くうちに委ねねばならん。強い体と心を持った若者に
I like the little decorative border that shows on the dialogue. I imagine every chapter is gonna be different. China, good to point out that we don't actually know where the prehistory chapter takes place.
後継者の若者を探すため
I guess it doesn't really matter.
久方ぶりの下山を決意したのであった。
We start at the level 10 because we are already a master. You sure to the Pangea? I believe that the relatively modern human species started existing way after the continent separated. Here's where that rock stays. But there is nothing else to do here. A lot of places you have to go, but that's because you are looking for disciples. This leads to the bamboo forest, right? Now you can actually see your enemies in the field. We're not done beating up wild animals just yet. Yeah, you start at a high level and with a lot of skills already. Actually, another thing about this character is he cannot gain experience. He's stuck at level 10. Because of course he's as strong as he could get. Now he does need a disciple who can be stronger than he is. I guess the tires are just a way to test your skills. I'm just a bit stunned because I love how she sounds in with voice acting. Okay. Give her the money I didn't know I had. Yeah, good to point out that there is no currency in this game. And no kind of shops. You occasionally have stuff like crafting weapons in the gaming chapter. But the money was just a cutscene thing. Nothing to see here for now, but it does look very fancy. We've played enough with tigers for now. we've given you
こん
our
な
money
寂しい
already.
ところを武勇人に歩くあんたが悪いんだぜ、じいさん。さあ、有り金置いてきな。
Oh, she really just repeats the script. Maybe she's counting on the fact that the old man might have memory problems.
こんなしじゃ
何？
すまんがあいにくと持ち合わせておらんのじゃ。お主のようなやつにくれてやる金はな。
じじいだって手加減しないぜ。長生きも今日までだ。
ご苦労。
この私がこんな老いぼれじじいなんかに。
娘さんならばその老いぼれを大切にするもんじゃ。しかしなかなかの動きじゃった。野党などしているよりお主憲法をやってみぬか。
叫んじゃないよ。けどこのままじゃ私の気が収まらない。教えてもらおうじゃんか、その憲法とやら。ただし弟子になるためじゃないよ。あんたをコテンパンに叩きのめしてやるためさ。
ほほほ、まったく息のいい娘さんじゃ。
娘って言うな。私はレイ空吾って立派な名前があんだから。
わかったわかった。そんなに怒るな。かわいい顔が台無しじゃぞ。
まったく口の減らないじじいだね。さあ、とっとと行くよ。
Let's just lay for one battle. Oh, she can strike from this far away? Is it a charge attack? She could have beat them if she went for that. It's almost the time I would usually end the stream, but to at least get the other two disciples first. It's not gonna take too long. Yeah, that's why the synopsis wondered like what was going to succeed in. It's not like a guaranteed choice. I mean a single choice. And good thing we got so many of those medicinal herbs. Everybody's got a tummy ache. Yeah, the old man, who by the way we don't know what she's actually called until now. He's gonna go broke getting out those disciples. Oh, she's just repeating herself. And we are actually out of nature's providence after this. We'll have to get more later. Let's wear tableware on our head, why not? Kitchenware, I should say.
なんだじじい。早く出せよ。
Because you don't have money to buy actual armor since everybody stole it.
もっと金持ちから取ってきな。早く行けよ。
嫌だ。
なに？
今までお前たちが怖くて言いなりになってきた。でももうごめんだ。おばあちゃんが病で働けないからって他のお年寄りからお金を盗むなんて。
謝るなら今のうちだぞ。
謝るもんか。このままじゃ僕は一生臆病な負け犬だ。
それがお前みたいな弱いやつの人生なんだよ。諦めて行ってこい。
嫌だ。
てめえ。こっから先は行かねえのが長生きの秘訣だぜ、じじい。
Everybody's gonna bully him for his Asian, won't they?
失礼する。なんだじじい。お主その少年よりも強いのか。当たり前じゃねえか。残念ながら弱いのはお主たちの方じゃ。バカ言うな。この孫子王様がこんなチビより弱いわけねえだろ。肉体はな。だが強さとは肉体だけを指すのではない。この少年の方がお主たちよりも強いとわしは思うぞ。どこがだ。
We are getting raided
ま
by
だわからんか。
Dokuro Scarmiglione. Thanks a lot. Sorry if I mispronounced. Feel free to introduce yourself in the chat if you'd like. How was your stream like? What were you playing? Oh, you were also playing this game. And you beat it today. That's great. I actually didn't think anybody else would be streaming this. But it's nice to see. How did you like the game? I am just starting with the remake now, but I did play the Super Nintendo version.
泣けわなけ。おっと。すまんな。軽やかなることシマリスのごとく。うりゃ。なんだと。なめやがって。
I actually wonder whether this game might be a little popular with speedrunners. It's pretty short for an RPG, and because it's split out neatly into chapters, you could have separate categories for each chapter.
有このカイナをも止める技じゃ。嘘だろ。そこまでじゃ。
Oh, I love the soundtrack for this game. It's actually what made me play it in the first place. With a lot of games, I end up really liking and drawing by the soundtrack. And instead of any advertising for it.
このじじい。お、思い出した。このじじい。あの憲法の老子だ。
Do you also usually stream JRPGs, or was that more of a one-time thing?
兄貴。立派じゃったぞ。
そんな、あなたのお金を盗んだ僕を立派だなんて。
Action game and Metroidvania. I see. I do like Metroidvanias. I did stream one in the past.
お返しします。
I do have a few I want to play in the future.
ありがとう。
The one I played was
これ
the
からもその
Record of
心
Lodosaur
の
one.
強さ
Did it in
忘
Wonder
れ
Labyrinth.
ずにな。
待ってください。僕を弟子にしてもらえませんか。
But there's no option to say yes.
ん？
そうですよね。こんなチビな僕が憲法なんて。すみませんでした。
So you are still 2 disciples short?
い逃げだ。
Already we find more trouble in the village.
お金ないっち。だったら出るとこ出てもらうね。おお、ロシ様。この男いつもうちで食い逃げするね。おかげでユンファ一のホイ判定も上がったりよ。ロシ様、これはせめてほしいよ。
I guess we should, because when we chose to just give Lady the money instead of fighting her, she just tried to do it again later. So if we paid for him or something, she might just do it again as well.
よかろう。ふしゅいやめてくれっち。
He seems to tank pretty well.
山猿のように素早く。百里の道の一歩から。
And I thought he's gonna barely be able to scratch me. I could have died from that.
さすがロシ様ね。お前、ロシ様に感謝するよ。ことやったらチャーシューにするね。お主、なぜ食い逃げなど。
おら、頭悪いから誰も雇ってくれないっち。けどおら体大きいっち。人よりたくさん腹減るっち。
お主、それだけの体生かさねばもったいないぞ。
え？おら、この体のせいでバカにされてきたっち。この体が役に立つんか？
その体は立派な個性。それを生かすも殺すもお主次第じゃて。
オラのこの体が個性？
その体であそこまで動けるとは大した個性じゃ。
あれは逃げるのに必死で。
わしのところに来れば飯くらいいくらでも食わせてやろう。ただしちょっとばかり運動してもらうがな。飯もうまくなるぞ。
い飯が食えるんなら何でもするっち。
お主名は？
サモハッカだっち。早くうま
Now
い
you
飯
can hear the
食わせ
difference
てくれっ
in his
ち。
name between original and localized.
社長
He's supposed to be called Samohaka, which I think might have been a celebrity reference. That might have been why they changed it. Also, there's one thing I completely forgot to do last time I got raided, and I was gonna forget it this time as well. You can shout out people that raid you. Which, because I haven't done this before, I actually don't know if it's a button I have to press. Or is it a chat command? I'm looking it up real quick. Oh, it's a slash shoutout. For some reason I thought it was exclamation mark SO, the command. Did I do it right? I'm surprised that Tifka didn't say anything. I suppose that's because you can do those events in any order. I could not necessarily have leave with me now. And that's probably why they don't interfere in each other's events. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe he's got the right idea. Maybe I should just hit whatever I want, whenever I want. I guess we know who's gonna be the next person to rob the restaurant. And actually I had to go back to the village we met Yumi because I think I didn't talk to the NPCs after beating the ruffians and they might have stuff to give me, but I'm not sure. Do you? Oh, he's gone missing. No, I saw the same dialogue. This is the forest, the mountain peak is to the right. Oh, there he
お願いで
is.
すローズ様。僕を弟子にしてください。
わしの負けじゃ。
ローズ様。
お主は明らかに勝ち目のない奴らに勇気を振り絞った。そんなお主ならばわしのところに来なくても強くなれると思ってな。強さとは男であろうが女であろうが
Sir Mother skills, thanks.
体が小さかろうが大きかろうが
Actually, thanks to my mama, that's Miss Soyogi. She's the artist who made both my original character design in the past and this model.
それこそが
The model art in that case.
名前を聞いてなかったの？
僕はユンジョウと言います。
The model rigging was made by a creator named Sakura, and both of these people are credited in my channel description.
さて、これで弟子も3人か。汚いところじゃが、わしの道場で早速稽古をつけようかの。
And both are actually Japanese creators, I should note. It's not this way.
ここが我が憲法の道場じゃ。
本当に汚ねえぜ。
ここが僕が修行を積む場所？
そんなことより腹が減ったっち。腹が減っては戦ができんち。お師匠さん、まずは飯にしてほしいっち。
残念じゃが早速修行じゃ。
し
あんな山道を登ってきて休む間もなくですか？
泣き言言うんじゃねえてめえら。上等だ。早速追っ始めようぜ。
まずはお主らの今の力を見極めさせてもらう。
I would say that it's surprising
私
that
から行くぜ。
Lee is the one disciple who actually wants to get stronger, the rest just wants to rest. But I remember the reason why she wants to become strong is to kill the master, so that makes sense.
まだまだじゃ。
なんだって？
優子のカイナをも止める技じゃ。無駄じゃよ。
なんだって？
どうこの知恵をもって敵を封じる。ご苦労。さあ、次はどっちじゃ。
オラが行くっち。
I also noticed in OBS that the overlay might have cut out the last message. I'll have to look into that later. Like the emote is partly out of the screen. Yeah, if that's the case, you might be able to pick up on some of the differences between the Japanese dub and the localization. I'm not pointing out every difference I spot because I just don't want to keep breaking the pace of the cutscenes to do that. I think it's more of a thing to reflect on after we're done with the game. In general, how does the script change affect the game?
そこか。
Alright, I do have to be careful with Hong slash Summon. He did have a pretty strong attack.
隔離の道の一歩から。
ああ
Oh, this might kill me. Very careful now.
そこまでじゃ。
Twice as Samu/Honhaka led me to a last hit scenario, he might be the strongest disciple.
むしろ
まあこんなもんじゃろう。さてユン、どうする？怖いならやめておくか。
行きます。
わしを殺すつもりでかかってくるのか。ご苦労。おお、思ったよりやりおる。これは楽しみになってきたわい。
I wish he had said like, you've all exceeded my expectations except for you. You didn't do anything.
じゃが心地よい疲れじゃ。サモ。
飯まだっちか。
お主まだ食欲があるのか。さてまずは基本となる体力をつけねばならん。この山頂は空気が薄い。ここで自由に動けるようになればかなりの体力がつくはずじゃ。今日の修行は全部で4戦というところじゃな。さて誰から行くか。
My favorite disciple, you help them grow stronger, increasing level and acquiring new abilities. There's quite a lot of training to go through yet, so that I'm going to continue tomorrow. And I really need to save more often. I still haven't done it in this chapter. I forgot this game doesn't have autosave. I think it doesn't have at least. So I'm ending the stream here. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time frame. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll check if there's anybody I want to raid. There's nobody who's playing Live Alive now, I think, so I think I'll just raid another Arcanite streamer. Because of contingents to contract, it's pretty active now. Thanks for the wait time raiding another VTuber. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night.